Getting ready to go racing to turn the first laps of the iRacing All-Star Open from the iRacing Superpeedway. 9 drivers in, 3 will advance, 1 will move on through the fan vote. Put down the exclamation point and your driver's name to vote for them. Pace car peeling off, getting ready for this race to start. Waiting for those lights out. Terry Gabbard starting on the pole. Green flag is out and we're racing at the iRacing Superpeedway. We're going to fix these audio issues as soon as we can. The 29 of Terry Gabbard leading off. He's got Nick Pressey behind him in the 94, already starting to snake down that back straight. 29, 94, 9. Your top 3. Again, top 3 drivers will advance. Then it's 1 driver who will make it in with the fan vote, who will be present for that All-Star main. Exclamation point and put your driver's name in the chat on Twitch and vote them into the main. Completing lap number 1, Terry Gabbard off to the lead. Nick Pressey in second. Seth Wansing sitting third. In the Mopar colors, it's Stephen Downton in the 54, who's riding in fourth. Tristan Catania, who's got a big number of votes. Patrick Allen right behind him, sitting in sixth. Jason Alexander bringing up the rear in that number 6 Coors car, but at the front, it's still Terry Gabbard leading in the number 29 Goodwrench Ford. Pressey loose off of the second corner, but he saves it. Gabbard leading in that 29 car, Pressey behind him in that 94 so far. No one jutting out to make that move. No one trying to bust out to that early lead. Just no one that's yet brave enough. Oh, bit of some visual issues here. Now we got to go get this fixed. 29 still leading. Nick Pressey sitting in second, but now there's a line forming on the outside. Tristan Catania in car 48 shoots up to the outside. Now he's looking to make his way through. The 78 of Patrick Allen. There you see down to the inside. He gets in front of Stephen Downton. Tristan Catania in that 48 car running fourth, drafting with Seth Wansey. Now Nick Pressey still following the 29 of Terry Gabbard. No pit stops are mandatory. Pit stops will be mandatory in stage number 3 in the main. Fans just joining us, I'm Rick James bringing you uninterrupted green flag coverage of the All-Star iRacing Open. ARCS iRacing in its 3rd of 10 races this season, this being the All-Star event for drivers in the Saturday Night Showdown Truck Series. Now 3 drivers making it through, 1 more being voted in by the fan vote. If you want to see your driver make it to the main, put an exclamation point next to their name. For example, exclamation point Rick James. That is 1 ticket right there. Each viewer gets 1 ticket to vote their driver in to that final 15 laps to go this time by at the 3-mile iRacing Super Speedway. Don't adjust your set. We will fix these audio issues as soon as we get that chance. A vote there for Justin Williams, who's not in this race. Thank you, Warp Lotus. Hell's Ginger voting for Stephen Downton. 1 vote per customer. Ms. Ginger, lots of fans also voting for Tristan Catania. 1 vote for Jason Alexander. There's the driver of the number 6 Coors Ford, well in the back, but D-Bucks giving that vote for him. Car Gunner voting for Tristan Catania. Runaway Mayo also voting for Tristan Catania. Tristan sitting in that 3rd position. Right now, Patrick Allen sitting in the 4th position. 1 vote for Seth Wansing. A couple of votes for Stephen Downton. Rhett Wansing in the chat voting for his man Seth. Now, all of these drivers starting to fan out. 14 laps to go this time by. Terry Gabbard has led every single lap so far. It's going to take quite the drafting effort. And Jason Alexander's gone around. There's the 6th car. Look at the right side of that race car. Just pancaked. No yellow is out. We still are going. Jason Alexander now wrecked, and it'll be up to the fan vote for him if he wants to move on. XRN Network gifting a Tier 1 sub. Thank you, Network. Appreciate you, buddy. Glad to have you here. Glad to have all of you here. Thank you so much for joining us for this race. At the end of this open, we'll be taking a 60-second break to keep the pre-rolls off. There will be a 10-minute qualifying session for these drivers. An open qualifying session. We'll catch the tail end of that, and we'll get racing for the main. Cash prizes will be given out for that main. 10 iRacing dollars for every stage winner. Runaway Mayo cheering for Tristan in 3rd. Right now, Tristan Catania in that 48 car. He's in the final transfer spot. That number 48 Ally Chevrolet sitting 3rd in line behind the number 94 Ford of Nick Pressey. And then the number 29 Good Wrench Mustang of Terry Gabbard leading the way. Good-looking next-gen cars with lucky number 13 laps to go. Seth Wansing now into the 3rd position. Seth puts himself in the transfer position. Now Tristan Catania and Patrick Allen both in the lead with the most votes right now. They must rely on the fan vote to make it in. A dozen laps remaining next time by. Gabbard, Pressey, Wansing will advance. Pressey's gone around. A couple of cars get together. Pressey gets hooked. He goes around down the backstretch. We're still green coming to a dozen laps remaining. Gabbard leading, Downton behind him. Tristan Catania now sitting 3rd, side by side with Wansing, coming to the line. Are they racing to the yellow? Will we stay green? Drag race for 1st place. Downton now on the outside after Pressey gets turned around. Pressey still having trouble down the backstretch. To the line, it's going to be the 54 of Downton, the 29 of Gabbard, the 9 of Wansing. We stay green with a dozen laps remaining. Top 3 move on. 4th and 5th must rely on the fan vote to get into the final. 11 laps to go next time by. Gabbard still leading. Allen in a transfer position. Downton in a transfer position. In that 54, Tristan Catania sitting 4th. Seth Wansing in that 5th position. Seafoot Racing in the chat. Glad to have you here, Seafoot. We'll talk more about the Cluck Clash coming up at the end of the month. Bellamy voting for Nick Pressey, who's gone around. Hell's Ginger celebrating that. Her husband, Stephen Downton, with some fans in their contact between Wansing and Allen. Allen now shifted back to 5th with 11 to go in the open. Fantastic racing so far for each and every one of these pilots. Magical 10 laps to go. Thank you, Kat Pinnell, XRN Network, for giving that sub. It's Allen also following. Black of Hearts, Rhett Wansing, ACAD Fun, all following within the last half hour. Folks, thank you so very much. Warp Lotus cheering on the 25 of Terry Gabbard as they scream down this backstretch at better than 203 miles an hour. Catania now in that 2nd transfer position. Downton on the bubble, sitting in 3rd, coming to 10 to go. Wansing sitting in 4th with Allen following him closely in the 5th position. These two drivers will have to work together to get close to that transfer spot. But Allen losing the draft at this point in time. Wansing sitting fourth. Downton third on that bubble. 9 to go at the line. Gabbard goes to the high side now, trying to avoid Pressey, who's on the low side. Pressey, you would imagine the 94 would shoot himself to the high side, but now the leader gets around the 94. Downton goes with him. Catania moves into the transfer position. Wansing out of the main. Now into that third corner, you see Patrick Allen just bouncing off that yellow line, but he's got the shorter distance under Catania. Patrick, now the first car on the outside looking in, coming to 9 laps to go. Gabbard led every lap tonight. Downton sitting in second. Wansing on the bubble. The 94 of Nick Pressey a lap down. Must hope on a caution or the fan vote now to get him into that final. Lizzie Allen with a vote for Patrick Allen. Folks, we will be tabulating these votes at the end of the Open. 1 vote per user during that 10-minute intermission where we'll have qualifying. We'll tabulate each and every one of the votes. Voting closes with 2 laps to go. Tristan Catania and Patrick Allen both neck and neck for points. Look at the 54 of Downton who shoots high. The 78 of Allen can't hold on to that race car. The 48 of Catania right behind him. Pressey's gone around. The 9 of Wansing's gotten into Pressey, wrecking down the front stretch. Wansing pirouettes down the front straight. 29 Gabbard beats everybody to the line. 7 to go, and the caution is out in the Open. Yellow flag is out after a big wreck involving Seth Wansing and the 94 of Nick Pressey. Let's run this one back and see exactly what occurred between the 94 who shot down pit lane after that accident. Looked like he just lost control of his hot rod. We'll run it at a slow pace here. There's the 94. You can see he's losing control of the race car. He's trying to catch it. He's trying to catch it. He's going around right in front of the 78 of Allen. It looks like the 78 of Allen then gets into the 9 of Wansing. Let's watch that one more time. Here's the 78 of Allen. Just slides right up the racetrack. Gets into Wansing in the 9. And everyone continues. The world keeps on spinning. But we will get lined up and get ready to get going. We're going to take a 60-second break so we can go ad-free for the next 21 minutes. Fans, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 60 short seconds for the conclusion of the ARCS All-Star Open. Fans at home, thank you so much for staying with us. You're actually ad-free with Rick James TV. We cannot do this without you folks. Thank you so very, very much for making all of this streaming possible. We're going to have a green-white, well, not going to have a green-white checkered situation here. We're going to restart this race with right around just a few laps remaining. We're going to figure out these audio issues while we're at it as well. Pesky, pesky audio issues. But we will get all of this sorted sooner rather than later. But again, thank you so much for being a subscriber to Rick James TV. Pit Stop's just finishing up, and we're going to get all of these audio issues squared away. Terry Gabbard still leading this race while we try to get these audio issues fixed. Nick Pressey and Seth Wansing bringing out that yellow flag as drivers get lined up 2 by 2, getting ready to restart the final bits of this event. Pace cars still out. Nick Pressey getting his lap back. Drivers, we still have time to vote on your favorite drivers to make it into the main event. Again, top 3 will make it into the main. One driver will have to rely on the fan vote to be voted into that main event following immediately after qualifying. The Open will finish. We'll take a short 60-second break. We will have a 10-minute Open qualifying session and then 3 segments of the main, 40 laps in total. That is going to be a thrill. iRacing dollars are on the line. We're going to go green next time by to kick off the final few laps of the All-Star Open. Couldn't get these audio issues fixed. We'll figure it out for the main. Green flag is out with 5 laps to go in this All-Star Open. Patrick Allen in the 78 sitting in second. Tristan Catania in third place. Those 3 drivers will make it into the main. The 48 of Tristan Catania now going down to 4th, being overtaken. Seth Wansing now into 3rd as Stephen Downton misses the start and he gets shuffled back to 5th with the 94 of Nick Pressey now urging him along. Gabbard, Allen, Wansing will advance into the main. 4 to go next time by. Coming around that 4th corner, Gabbard, Wansing, Catania, your top 3. 4 laps remain in this Open. Patrick Allen sitting in 4th on the outside, looking in. Stephen Downton now in the 4th position after he gets around the outside of Tristan Catania. 2 by 2, 3 rows deep into the 1st corner. Pressey getting his lap back and now coming back around. Does he have a chance in this one? South Carolina's Jason Alexander out of the Open. A valiant effort by Jaco, as he's known around the garage, but he will miss the main. 4 circuits remain. It will be 3 at the line. Nick Pressey trying to get his way through, now sitting in that 5th position. Pressey earlier this week was telling us he needed to exercise a bit more patience on the track. Will that be a virtue? Will it get him through to that main? Gabbard still leading, Wansing in 2nd, Downton in 3rd. Those 3 are transfer positions. Now there's a wreck at the back. The 48 of Catania makes contact, spins down pit road. Still green with 3 laps to go. It'll be 2 at the line. Wansing in 2nd, Downton in 3rd. Patrick Allen in that 4th position, Nick Pressey right behind him. 4th does neither of these drivers any good. Now Wansing to the outside, using that draft to get around Gabbard. What a move! And Wansing trying to clear Gabbard down the back into 3. Running out of steam on the outside despite going better than 200 miles an hour into the corner. Now top three as they make the move on the inside line. Gabbard, Downton, Wansing. 2 laps remain. 6 miles to go. Sam Understars voting for Nick Pressey now. We will tabulate the votes. Voting is closed. No more votes will count for your driver. No more votes will count for your driver going into this final. Gabbard, Downton, Wansing. Now your top three. Pressey on the outside looking in. 1.5 laps remain. 4.5 miles in this open. Gabbard, Downton, Wansing, still your top three. Those three will advance. No need for Downton or Wansing to make a move for the lead. Patrick Allen trying to go on the outside of Nick Pressey. Pressey focused on getting around the 9 of Seth Wansing. Third place will advance. Fourth must rely on the vote. White flag in the open. 3 miles remain. 29, 54, 9, Ford, Chevrolet. Top three move on. Where does Nick Pressey make his move? Stephen Downton content to stay behind the 29 of Gabbard. Does Patrick Allen have some sort of jog to pull up the back straight? Downton looks to the inside. Gabbard protects that yellow line. Allen, some distance behind, he'll have to draft his way through. Pressey now on the outside of Wansing around 3. On the outside of Wansing around 3, Pressey will lose the position as Allen gets to his inside. Allen washes up the track. Will he have one more move? Coming through that fourth corner, it's a drag race between Allen and Pressey. The top three seem like they're going to be that order all the way to the finish. Checkered flag in the air. It's going to be Terry Gabbard who wins the open. Stephen Downton in second. Seth Wansing in third. Those three move on to the main. Nick Pressey coming home in the 4th spot. Patrick Allen 5th. Tristan Catania running in the 6th position. We're going to tabulate the fan votes and we'll see who has the most votes. We will announce that driver as soon as we have that number. Stay tuned. We're going to have a 10-minute qualifying session. Then we will have the winner of the fan vote and we will start the ARCS Racing All-Star Race. watching live images of the group qualifying session for the All-Star main. Just 3 1/3 minutes remaining. Fans of Tristan Catania will be happy to know he has advanced through the vote to the main event. Tristan Catania, driver of the number 48 Ally Chevrolet, will join each and every one of these drivers to make it through. Avery Smith, no need to worry. Seth Wansing raced his way into this main event. Seth will be in this race. Hell's Ginger talking about a Jeff Gordon paint here. I believe she's thinking of Jeremy Brio in the 74 car. I don't see anything Jeff Gordon about this vehicle. Let's take a look. Normally 24 Trey Bass running the Jeff Gordon vehicle. Alex Simkowski right now loses the pole to Jeremy Brio. They're tied. They are tied for the pole. Simkowski holding on by 1/100th of a second, and now it is a dead heat. Stephen Downton right now sitting third with just over 2 1/4 left to play. And look how tight these times are. Dustin Painter right now 1/100th behind, and now Dustin Painter moves into the third position in that 49 car. Fans at home are going to start the main right after qualifying. Drivers will have about another couple of minutes just to get their shots in. Get a good start. We're going to have 3 segments, 10, 10, and 20 laps with 1 mandatory stop in segment number 3. There you see the 30 degrees of banking in these corners. This 3-mile oval circuit will be host to this ARCS Racing All-Star. I can not wait. So far, 7 drivers posting time with New Jersey's Tristan Catania. Right now, qualifying 7th. $16 drivers with the ability to post a time. 7 times on the board right now. Brio still leading, although he is in a dead heat with Alex Simkowski. Dan Roberts in that number 30 car, sitting third on the timesheets right now. Roberts with some points to make up in the iRacing season. As Roberts jumps to the top by 8 1/100ths of a second, Dan Roberts with the pole. Earlier this year, Dan and Samuel Roberts' relation between those two. The first race of the season at Charlotte, they together had collided to cause an accident and were both docked 10 points for manufacturing that caution at the race, and they are under ARCS probation for the remainder of the Monday Night Lightning season, although tonight no points on the line. We'll see what tricks Dan Roberts has up his sleeve. Drivers starting this lap, if they can make it to the line, will have 1 more shot. Count it down. There it is. Checkered flag is up. Tristan Catania will not get another shot to put a lap in. Kenny Bellamy to the top, but he's tied with Dan Roberts, 0.3 faster than Al Simkowski. Simkowski still on the gas. He's got 1 more shot. All he needs to do is beat 0.3 of a gap between himself and Kenny Bellamy for the All-Star pole. Look at those massive, amazing, just daunting corners for these drivers. Out of the 4th turn, he's going to get 1 more shot. Coming to the line, 54.73, the time to beat. Tom Sears moves into the 3rd position, just 1/10 off of Bellamy and Roberts. Simkowski can't pull it off, and it's going to be Kenny Bellamy who will be your pole sitter for the All-Star main. These drivers going to get gridded up, and we're going to get racing here in just a couple of minutes. Pre-rolls are on, fans at home. First caution we're going to take a, matter of fact, we'll take a 30-second break now just to keep those pre-rolls off for 10 minutes, and we're going to get the All-Star Main underway. Getting formed, getting ready to go racing. Let's go through our starting lineup. Kenny Bellamy in that number 37 Toyota starting first. Daniel Roberts starting second in the number 30 Ford. Tom Sears rolling off third. The Season 1 Thursday Night Thunder champion in that lovely NASA livery, number 19 Camry. Seth Wansing advancing through the open, starting on the outside. John Honebrink in the number 20 U.S. Navy Camry 5th. Al Simkowski in 6th. Jeremy Brio, the round 1 Monday Night Lightning winner, starting 7th. Cody Pennell 8th. Ryan Pennell, the cousins from Massachusetts, right around the Chelmsford area, starting 8th and 9th. Dayton's very own Terry Gabbard wins the Open. He'll be starting 10th. Stephen Downton, who finished 2nd in the Open, starting 11th. Tristan Catania, winner of the fan vote, starting 12th. Dustin Painter, lucky number 13. Thomas Andrews and Sam Roberts exchanging positions. Again, Roberts docked 10 points for the race violation in round 1. No points tonight, however. It's all about the stages and the win. Nashville's David Hawk starting in the 16th position, and so far no Justin Williams, but it's going to be Kenny Bellamy and Dan Roberts sharing the front row, waiting for that pace car to fall off the track. Whoa, gonna take care of that here in just a moment. Side by side, 2 by 2, getting ready to throw that green flag. Kenny Bellamy has the pole, and we're racing at the iRacing Superspeedway. It's All-Star Night. Tom Sears to the early lead into that first corner. The number 19 NASA Camry now in the lead. John Honebrink sitting in second, and there's a wreck behind him. Big crash behind him. 3, 4, 5 cars involved. Let's get a huge look on this. You can see the 54 of Stephen Downton was involved. That looks like Seth Wansing, who's tumbling through the infield. Massive wreck. First caution is out 2 laps into this race. Let's run this one back. What in the world happened here? Huge, massive wreck involving the 54 of Stephen Downton, the 9 of Seth Wansing involved. Hell's Ginger asking how we keep the ads away. We'll let you know in just a moment. Let's take a look here. Run this at a quarter speed. We'll go up to the 74 of Jeremy Brio. Already we can see 3, 4 wide here. The 30 of Dan Roberts on the outside being pushed by the 99 of Al Simkowski. Here comes Cody Pennell in car 28. Pennell looking like he's going to go to the outside of Brio. Look at this, 4 wide into the first corner. And there it is, the 37, the pole sitter of Kenny Bellamy, coming down on the 54 of Stephen Downton. Bellamy will survive. Downton just getting up into the 29 of Gabbard. Downton gets into the 9 of Wansing. And Seth Wansing, with nowhere to go, will tumble down the racetrack. There you see David Hawk on the bottom of your screen just escaping this one. Sam Roberts in that lovely Wrangler 15 escapes this one, as does Thomas Andrews. Huge, huge wreck to start this race. Let's take a look from Wansing, from the cockpit coming down the front straight. This is going to be a ride. And there he is down pit road getting those repairs. More flips and rolls than I'd like to count for the KC Masterpiece. Kansas City's Seth Wansing in pit road. Caution number 1 out on the racetrack with Massachusetts' Thomas Sears starting in this race. Not anywhere near that front row, but he is leading this race so far. Lights still on the pace car. We'll see if any of these drivers come down pit road. In the meantime, let's try and bother Lurkin Tom Gaming, as he's known around the garage. Tom Sears leading this race. Tom Sears, Rick James in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Hey, man, what's going on?
Tom, great start to this race so far, and a good way to bounce back. The Thursday Night Thunder season is ending so far. Your iRacing efforts increasing week by week. And if you manage to hang on to the lead at the end of 10 laps, you've won yourself a $10 iRacing gift card. But just how difficult is that going to be on this unrestricted 3-mile oval?
Yeah, that's the thing, is that this track provides a ridiculous amount of passing. I mean, you can go 4 or 5 wide here. So who knows? Right now I happen to be in first. Good start here. I'd like to win some free money. That's always nice. And, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Looks like it's going to be 1 to go this time by. We'll double up and we'll take the green flag for the remainder of stage number 1. What's the secret to keeping the lead? And also, what's the secret to taking it back? How does this track work for you?
Well, I mean, you got to compare it to Daytona and Talladega in an aspect because it's so big in the drafting. But, I mean, you got to try and control the runs, but you don't want to get too Joey Logano about it and start throwing bad blocks. So you just got to be patient. You got to be patient because you can't win it this lap. Even though it's a short race, this is not the lap to win it on.
One final and more important question that all the fans at home are dying to know. Tom, what is your favorite gas station snack?
Oh, I would say I've been feeling, I've been liking cashews lately, man. Just any kind of cashews. Don't know what it is. Delicious.
Gotta love those cashews. Hopefully you earn those victory cashews at the end of the night. Best of luck, Tom.
Thank you.
Tom Sears, the Season 1 Thursday Night Thunder champion, leading this race with John Honebrink to his outside. Getting ready to restart this race here. We're going to race to 10 laps in this first stage. It's a Toyota lockout of row number 1. Chelmsford, Massachusetts' very own Ryan Pennell in the 3rd position. And although there's no real racetrack in Chelmsford, Massachusetts, it was quite the sight for this Massachusetts native when he got the call that iRacing was putting a super speedway in his hometown. What a moment that must have been for him. What a moment this is going to be as the pace car is going to peel off, waiting for that green flag to restart stage 1 in the ARCS All-Star. It's out. We're racing again. Tom Sears leads them into 1. Big shout out to It's Your Boy Red, following in the last 10 minutes, repeat hosting 20 minutes ago. Cap Pennell, who resubscribed for a couple of months. Appreciate you, Cap. Thank you so much. Down the backstretch, Sears still leads. Honebrink now sitting behind him. Ryan Pennell in 3rd. Sam Roberts 4th. Jeremy Brio in that 5th position. Al Simkowski in 6th. Look at the way they just pounce off of that inside line. There's Roberts with a mirror full of Brio. Simkowski following him in that 5th spot. Tristan Catania sitting 7th, the winner of the All-Star Open fan vote. In that number 48 Ally Chevrolet with Nashville's David Hawk sitting behind him. The pole sitter Kenny Bellamy kicked back to 9th. Cody Pennell sitting in 10th. Sears still leading, but Honebrink planning his move in that 2nd spot. Don't forget about Massachusetts' very own Ryan Pennell in 3rd. 2 Massachusetts drivers in the podium positions. Tom Sears from Southern Mass, and of course Ryan Pennell here from Chelmsford, rocking the ARCS logo on the hood of that number 12. To the outside with Dan Roberts pushing. Here comes Brio in the 74. Simkowski in the 99. Catania now sitting on the inside in the 48, trying to get positions through. The 74 of Brio, the 99 of Simkowski left out to dry, while the 48 and the 37 of Catania and Bellamy now up the inside line, following Honebrink and Sears. Look at this 2x2 action. Moldy Muskrat asking how many resets. Drivers have 2 fast repairs, Moldy. 2 fast repairs if they do get into trouble. Already a couple drivers having to use those early on. Terry Gabbard in the 29, that good-looking, good-wrenched Ford. Very, very reminiscent of Kevin Harvick's early ride. Drafting with the 54 of Stephen Downton, who's got his own special livery as well. If that looks like a Dodge Charger to you, those are Dodge Charger headlights on the front of that Ford Mustang, hence the Mopar decals as well. Quite a special looking ride that he's got working up front. From the eye up top, you can see it's 3 wide here for that 3rd position. Tristan Catania on the inside, Ken Bellamy in the middle, but now it's Dustin Painter on the outside in car 49, and there's a wreck behind him. The 30, the 37 have been involved. They're trying to save it. There goes the 30 of Roberts. Yellow flag is out. Roberts trying to save it. He's trying to save it. He's going to go around in the 30 car. He will bounce off the apron, and it will come to a dignified halt on the inside of turn number 1. We'll see if this does indeed mark the end of stage 1. We'll have a word with race control real quick. Fans, sit tight. We're going to figure this one out. That is indeed the end of stage number 1, with Tom Sears getting that stage 1 victory. John Honeybrinks in second. Dustin Painters finishing third with that yellow flag coming out. Tom Sears, winner of 10 iRacing dollars, and that stage 1 winner. We're going to get stage 2 underway here shortly, but in the meantime, fans, we're going to take a 60-second break to keep those pre-rolls off, and we'll be back for the start of stage number 2. Subscribers listening, you are so thanked for your subscription, because it makes these streams possible, and you get to go ad-free with Rick James TV. Thank you so very much. You make all of this so much fun to do and so possible while everybody comes down pit road. So again, thank you so very much. We're going to get stage 2 underway here in just a moment. Matter of fact, once Tom Sears is out of pit road, we'll see if we can sneak a word with him real quick and see how that stage ended for him. Tom Sears, Rick James in the booth. Tom Sears, Rick James in the booth. You got me?
Hey, how you doing?
Tom Sears, you said you wanted to win that free money, and you already have 10 iRacing dollars in your pocket, my friend. How tough was it fighting that challenge at the end?
Yeah, I literally did exactly what I was just talking about, was trying to control the runs, because that high line started moving, and I just tried to get in their air and dirty it up, try and stop that run. I'm glad I didn't spin myself out.
Well, you've got that stage 1 win. You had the magic there. It looks like you're going to be starting 11th in stage number 2. Can you get this NASA Camry up to the front and get another 10 iRacing dollars in your pocket?
I hope so, but I don't want to use all my fast repairs in the process, so I just want to stick around and now be there at the end.
Best of luck, buddy. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Dustin Painter now going to be starting in the lead for this second stage. Fans at home, if you want to know how you can go ad-free with Rick James TV, all it takes is a subscription. Now, you can either subscribe through Twitch, or if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for no extra cost. Just combine your Prime account with your Twitch account, get what's called Prime Gaming. With Prime Gaming, you get free loot for your favorite games, such as Fortnite, Apex Legends. You've got free loot every single month for Red Dead Redemption Online and Grand Theft Auto Online, not to mention the free games that you'll get every month as well. Plus, you get 1 free subscription to any Twitch channel of your choice. Why not make it Rick James TV? Combine your Prime, combine your Twitch, get Prime Gaming, get that free subscription to Rick James TV, get your free video game loot every single month, and go ad-free for every single race. Lights are out on the pace car, which means we're going to go green for stage number 2. Next time by Dustin Painter on the inside in his Chevrolet. Ryan Pennell on the outside in his number 12 ARCS Ford. Winner of the stage will get that $10 iRacing gift card. The stage will end when the leader completes lap 20. So the beginning of lap 21 marks the end of stage number 2. We're going to have about 8 laps to settle this second stage with iRacing dollars on the line. What a night. How much fun is this? No points, just cold hard iRacing cash for these stage winners. Pace car peels off, getting ready to start stage number 2. Dustin Painter to the inside, Ryan Pennell to the outside, waiting for the signal. Green flag is out and stage 2 is underway. First lap complete. Dustin Painter still leading as they circulate this first corner. You can see some stragglers at the back. Your stage 1 winner, Tom Sears, in that 19, closely following the 21 of David Hawk. Down the back straight now. Dustin Painter leading in the 49. Ryan Pinnell in second. Jeremy Brio sitting third, and Al Simkowski in the 4th position, with Cody Pinnell rounding out the top 5. And the highest ranked open winner so far, Stephen Downton in the 54, sitting 6th. Who's that shot up to the high side? That was the 21 of David Hawk, who manages to keep his race car in one piece. Tristan Catania, the fan vote winner, sitting in 10th, leading this secondary pack of cars. Six laps remain in this stage. $10 to the winner of stage number 2, Dustin Painter leading. Ryan Pinnell in second. Jeremy Brio, your round 1 winner, sitting third. Al Simkowski in 4th. Tom Sears now looking to the outside. He wants another 10 iRacing dollars in his pocket. Keep your eye on the 19. As he gets blown past the 54 and the 29 of Stephen Downton and Terry Gabbard, just passing him all too easily. It's going to be about the draft. It's going to be about the timing. These drivers must calculate their moves just right. Here comes Pinnell to the outside now. On the outside of Painter, using the draft. Pinnell beats him to the line. 25 to go in the event. Just 5 laps to go in this stage. Brio sitting in second. Simkowski now in third. Look at the gap that's been created between 4th and 5th. Pinnell sitting 4th. Painter sitting 5th. The draft will have to be necessary for Painter to get back to the lead. Ryan Pinnell leading, Brio in second, Simkowski in third. Painter in the number 49 Chevrolet, now behind the 28 of Cody Pinnell. These two going to lead the tandem back up to the top 3. Painter catches up. It's going to be about that draft now. 4 laps to go in this stage. 10 iRacing dollars on the line. Look at them snake down the backstretch. The 12 of Pinnell still leading. Jeremy Brio behind him in that 74. Simkowski sitting in third. All about the stage win. Second does you no good. 3 laps to go. 9 miles remain in the stage. Jeremy Brio now looking to the inside as they snake down the front straight. Brio looks through the open window. Pinnell shuts it quickly. 3 to go in stage 2. Here comes Cody Pinnell to the outside. He's got help from Dustin Painter. And look at this, the stage 1 winner, Tom Sears, back in the top 5. Top 7 on an island by themselves. There you can see Cody Pinnell making a move to the outside of Tom Sears. Here comes Dustin Painter drafting with the 28 now. There is the top 7. There's Terry Gabbard by his lonesome in 8th. Samuel Roberts in 9th, leading that secondary pack. Honeybrink, Catania, Hawk, Bellamy, all in this pack here, as well as Daniel Roberts and Seth Wansing. 2 laps to go in the second stage. 6 miles remain. Pinnell, Brio, Simkowski lead. Big thanks to Enough Said who followed in these last 10 minutes as well. Appreciate you so much. Better than 2 2:04 into that third corner. Simkowski sitting in third. Here comes Cody Pennell on the inside. Sears being overtaken by Painter, and now he's got Downton behind him with 1 lap remaining in this second stage of the All-Star. Enough said, says good racing, and I'm glad you're here to enjoy it, man. Get everybody else in here because they're not going to want to miss the end of this. The winner of the All-Star gets another $10 in iRacing gift card or a die-cast from Plan B Sales. Ryan Pennell leading, Jeremy Brio second, and drag racing with Al Simkowski. Now, from the top, who's going to have the speed to get the 12? 2 by 2, the inside line will have momentum out of 4. Pennell will protect the inside line. Simkowski's going around. They're wrecking at the back. Simkowski slams the wall, bouncing off the inside. We stay green. Checkered flag in the air, this time by Brio to the outside. Pennell throws the block. Brio looks to the inside and coming to the line. Ryan Pennell winning stage number 2. What a finish there. Simkowski saves that race car from certain destruction. And Chelmsford, Massachusetts, Ryan Pennell winning that second stage. Fantastic, fantastic finish there. Let's see if we can get a word with the Chelmsford native. Fantastic way to end that stage. Ryan Pennell, it's Rick James in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Chelmsford, born and bred. Ryan, the day may never come where you see an actual racetrack in the town of Chelmsford, but iRacing brought a 3-mile oval to your hometown, and here you are winning the second stage of the All-Star at your home track. How was that?
Man, that was exciting. Jeremy was definitely trying to passed me right there at the line, but we held on to it. Got us a stage win. Won us 10 iRacing dollars, so that's gonna be fun. And man, I'm excited. I'm ready to get this third stage underway, and got to make a green flag pit stop in this third stage. So it's gonna be different. So we'll see how it plays out.
Now, with that green flag pit stop, Ryan, the way I understand it, drivers will make one mandatory pass down pit road. They don't need to take tires or fuel, but they must come to a full stop in their pit stall and then continue racing.
That is correct. Yeah, they do not have to take tires. They don't have to take fuel, but they do have to come to a complete stop in their pit stall. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how the strategy plays out.
Enough said in the chat. Ryan says, looks like you can't do anything without help, and he has a point here. It seems like the draft will be the biggest chance anybody has of taking the lead today.
Absolutely, yeah. This track is definitely a draft-friendly track, so you got to have friends, you got to have teammates out there, and luckily I got some pretty good teammates, some pretty good family in the field, so we'll see what we can do here in this third and final stage.
One more question before we let you get back to work, Ryan. The fans are dying to know, what is your favorite gas station snack?
Oh, man. I would have to go with Quick Trip. Has some really good roll-up burritos that they have on their little roller stand. So that's what I'm going to have to go with.
Shout out to Quick Trip Burritos, and hopefully it's a quick trip to victory lane for you, Ryan. Best of luck.
Thanks, sir.
From Northern Massachusetts, Ryan Pennell, that stage 2 winner. Fans at home, we're still ad-free for the next 6 minutes and change, but we will take a 30 to 60 second break when we do get a chance. Don't go anywhere because stage 3 will be starting in just a couple of minutes. Ryan Pennell starting in front in stage 3. Jeremy Brio to his outside will go green next time around. Getting ready to throw that green flag, waiting for the pace car to peel off. Enough said in the chat says he thinks Painter's going to win this. Dustin Painter starting in that 49 car in position number 10, 17 laps to go. And the final stage in the ARCS All-Star is on. Enough said, as we said, cheering for Justin Painter. Jack at FND says, I'm going with Tommy or Twisted. He's talking about Thomas Andrews or John Honeybrink in that 6th place, number 20 U.S. Navy Camry. There is the 20 car, just on the back end of Sam Roberts, running just at the tail end of the top 5. He's gained 10 spots since he started that first stage. Look at David Hawk to the inside of Dan Roberts. This for 7th. Jeremy Brio, your round 1 winner, now behind Ryan Pennell in that 12. Brio looking to the inside. Pennell leaving the door open. His cousin Cody Pennell sitting in 3rd. Downton running 4th. Again, Sam Roberts running 5th. Honeybrink in 6th, but there's a big gap between the top 5 and the rest. There's David Hawk sitting in the 7th position. Now trying to catch back up to Honeybrink in that 20 car. Drivers must make 1 trip down pit road in this 3rd stage. They're not required to pit, but they must come to a stop in their stall, and they're going to need friends, no doubt. Pennell leading, now 15 laps to go. Winner of stage 3 gets their choice of 10 iRacing dollars or a diecast from Plan B Sales. Pennell, Brio, Pennell, your top 3 as they round that 2nd corner. 2 Fords in the podium positions with the Chevrolet of Jeremy Brio being sandwiched in 2nd. 4 Fords in the top 5, and John Honeybrink, your highest ranked Toyota, in the 6th spot. Sears now looking to the outside in 9th. He's trying to get around Wansing for position. Now getting around Hawk. Will he have the momentum to clear him in 4? Sears to the outside. Still to the outside, and Sears loses momentum. 1 driver coming in, that's Stephen Downton who's coming in. A slew of drivers now coming down pit road. David Hawk's coming in. That looks like Seth Wansing is now in. Behind him, Dustin Painter. Dayton's Terry Gabbard. New Jersey's Tristan Catania, and Connecticut's Thomas Andrews. All down pit road. Kenny Bellamy running by his lonesome at the front. All of these drivers still not pitting, and it looks like this top 3 coming down the front straight. Now separating the 2nd top 3, Pennell, Brio, Pennell, and then it's Sam Roberts, John Honeybrink, and Tom Sears. Al Simkowski just behind them, and Dan Roberts by their lonesome with no drafting help. Lucky number 13 laps to go this time by. Leaders are coming through. Here come the leaders. The 12 is in. The 12 is in. Honeybrink coming in as Honeybrink staying out with Tom Sears. John Honeybrink, new leader with lucky number 13 laps to go. Enough said says that 2nd pack is getting lined up. Watch out. But watch out for these 2 Toyotas. What do these Camerons know that the rest of the field doesn't? Brio, Pennell, Pennell, now down pit road, followed by Simkowski and Roberts. There's Samuel Roberts now bringing up the rear of that pack. David Hawk now leading this 2nd pack with Dustin Painter in tow. Honeybrink and Sears still your top 2. Brio on his way out. Both Pennells. Dan Roberts also on his way out, trying to muscle his way with the 99 of Simkowski. But where is David Hawk? Now coming down the front straight. Will they beat this pack on the outside? Keep an eye on the left-hand side of your screen. There's Roberts. There's Honeybrink, who's just coming down pit road, and John Honeybrink wrecks by himself. Tom Sears makes it in. Cody Pennell leading the procession out of pit road. Here's David Hawk out of 2. Those drivers on the apron are not up to speed. David Hawk will clear him into 3. Does Pennell move to the top side? Pennell will come to the outside. Hawk will get trapped on the outside line with Painter behind him, but they're still moving at a higher speed than this inside train. 2 by 2, 3 rows deep down the front straight. Hawk now being overtaken by Dustin Painter. We apologize for the stands getting in the way. Now looking to the outside. Here comes Dustin Painter in the 49. He's trying to make his way through this field. With Ryan Pennell to his inside, Dustin Painter running out of steam. He would do well to slip inside to the right in front of Simkowski on the inside lane. Jeremy Brio currently being scored third. John Honeybrink with a mess of damage on the front of his car. Not going to come down pit. Well, he will come down pit road this time by at an enormous speed. There's Tom Sears by himself with no drafting partner. Currently running second. Kenny Bellamy now behind him. Bellamy pitted last during the caution. He has not pitted during this stage. A lap down nonetheless. Tom Sears leading. He has made his pit stop. Jeremy Brio running second. 10 to go. Next time by. 10 iRacing dollars or a Plan B sales diecast on the line for the All-Star winner tonight. Tom Sears leading. He's got Ken Bellamy behind him running 15th. To take a look at that gap, Bellamy 1 lap down. Brio 1.8 seconds behind, but he is clawing in that gap. To see the time delta between Sears and Brio, you can see Sears has barely been faster for the last 3 laps. Keep your eye on the delta this time by. Sears still faster. But Brio in the first 2 sectors last time around coming up quicker than Sears. In the first half of this track, who's got the advantage? Sears leading, Brio in second. Sears now 4 tenths slower, 4 tenths quicker than Brio. Brio now clawing that gap to inside 1 second. They can smell the draft on these two. Brio will be there this time around. The gap now smaller than 3 tenths of a second with 9 laps remaining. Brio now to the outside of Bellamy. Is he going to take Sears on the outside as well? There goes the 74 around the 19. Here comes the train on the outside of the NASA Camry. 9 to go in the ARCS All-Star. Brio and Pennell and almost Ryan Pennell able to clear the 19, but Ryan Pennell will not get there. Drivers shuffling left and right, trying to find the right move. Sears leading the train on the inside that's just been swallowed alive by the outside train. Ken Bellamy behind him. Terry Gabbard in the 29. Seth Wansing in the 9 car running 10th at the tail end of this pack. At the front, new leader Jeremy Brio with Cody Pennell following in second. Ryan Pennell sitting in third and Alex Simkowski in fourth. 8 more laps, 24 miles to decide the winner of the ARCS iRacing All-Star. Cousins from Chelmsford, Massachusetts, Cody Pennell and Ryan Pennell respectively, running second and third. Illinois' Alex Simkowski running fourth in the number 99 Elio Castroneves inspired AutoNation livery. Here comes Sears, your stage 1 winner to the outside, but just no speed, just no momentum. Sears will lose 6th, potentially 7th. He sneaks in front of Wansing, sitting in 8th. Brio still leads. 7 to go this time by. When does Cody Pennell make his move? Brio, Pennell, your top 3, fewer than 21 miles remain. Simkowski in 4th. Sears in the 6th position. You hear him checking up as the 37 of Bellamy now tries to sneak to the inside. Bellamy a lap down, trying to get some lap back before the end of this race. It may be too little, too late. 6 laps to go. A brand new Plan B diecast on the line for the winner of the All-Star. So far, everybody biding their time, waiting to make that special move. Hawk looking to the outside. He's got Ken Bellamy behind him. Kansas City's Seth Wansing in the 6th position, just ahead of Southern Massachusetts' Tom Sears. Brio at the front of this race. Where will Cody Pennell make his move? 5 left to drive next time they cross the line. Brio ahead of both Pennells. 15 miles to go. He can taste victory now, but one wrong move, and it'll be the end of his competition. Into 1, 74, 28, 12, Chevy, Ford. 4 Fords in the top 5. Now cars getting a bit twitchy, trying to move left, trying to move right. You can see Hawk in that 21 car trying to find some sort of attack plan on the outside. Gets a nudge from Bellamy in the 37, 1 lap down. Wansing and Sears following on the outside line. 4 to the outside, 4 to the inside. Simkowski, the deciding race car in that purple and black 99. Where does he go? Everybody trying to snake single file. Looks like Ryan Pennell's looking for a move on the outside now. $12 miles remain. Look at that elevation change out of turn number 2. Just a great track to behold. Brio still leads, but it looks like the top 4 have broken away. Here's Simkowski sitting 4th. There's the top 3, and the caution is out. Caution is out. Daniel Roberts and Tristan Catania having a bit of an incident. Let's take a look here and see what exactly happened between these drivers. The 30 of Roberts involved in an accident. It looks like the 48 of Catania was also involved, and these two coming together out of turn number 4. Let's take a look and see what happened here. There you see the 30 of Roberts trying to save his race car at that point. It looks like the 48 of Catania may have just lost control of his ride. Keep an eye on Tristan Catania and see if we can see what happened here. Looks like the 48 just listing lazily into the 30, and the 30 coming down on the 48 one more time from an outside view. What exactly went on? Just tough to tell between these drivers. You can see the 48 just washing up into the 30. The 48 and the 30 both colliding with the wall on the front straight. Both drivers with plenty of space off the corner, and it cost them big time. The 30 and the 48 both going to have to use one of those fast repairs to get moving again here with 3 laps to go, but undoubtedly this will bring out the green, white, checkered finish. 10 iRacing dollars or a Plan B sales diecast on the line. Fans at home are going to take a quick 60-second break to guarantee we stay ad-free to the end. Don't go anywhere. Getting ready to go racing. Fans at home, what a finish this is going to be. The ARCS All-Star race at iRacing Superpeedway coming down to a green, white, checkered finish. Enough said, saying looks like they both drifted to get some draft, and they both ended up drifting into the wall. That may end their chances. Lights are still on the pace car. We'll see if anybody dares to come down pit road for tires and fuel. We are ad-free for the next 19 and a half minutes, so for all intents and purposes, we are ad-free to the end of this race. Waiting for the lights to go out on the Ford Mustang pace car, and it'll signal 2 to go next time by. Enough said says if you're in the back, you have nothing to lose. Very, very true. Nothing to lose for these drivers in the back. They may take those tires and fuel to get one last charge to the end. These guys are ready to go. No points on the line, just bragging rights, iRacing dollars, and a PlanBSales.com diecast awaits the winner. Ryan Pinnell running third, your stage 2 winner already with 10 iRacing dollars in his pocket. Tom Sears in the number 19 NASA Camry already with 10 iRacing dollars in his pocket and a stage win. Jeremy Brio winning the first round at Charlotte Motor Speedway. He wants to win the All-Star and get that diecast himself half a lap to green. What a finish this is going to be. Side by side, Pinnell and Brio drag racing all the way under caution, and it has to be the most painful wait for these drivers, waiting to put the hammer down and go. Cody Pinnell with Jeremy Brio to his inside. Fans at home, thank you so much for tuning in to this race. We cannot do these broadcasts without you. Thank you so much for putting up with our ads. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get ready. K-Rexican with hands up. Quiet says let's go. Waiting for the signal. Green flag is out. It's a green-white checker to decide the ARCS All-Star. Still side by side through this second corner, 74 to the inside, 28 to the outside, cars shuffling everywhere. Where will they move? Spotters can only. Hang on now. Brio gets a good run to the inside. Pennell falling back. A big push to the 12 of Ryan Pennell on the inside line. Dustin Painter jiggling about in that 49 car, trying to find some drafting partner. 3, 4 wide through the corner. Can you believe this racing? There's a wreck in the back. Catania's been involved. Honeybrink's been involved. Caution will come out and we'll have another green-white checkered attempt. Big wreck involving John Honeybrink, Dan Roberts, and Tristan Catania for the second straight caution. The 30 and the 48 car involved. Not a good look for them. Let's take a look and see what caused this caution to occur. Already you can see 3 wide, just no room for error. Look at this. The second and third row, 3 wide, and they're about to get 3 wide into the third corner. Now from the 48 of Catania, he's got Honeybrink in the 20 coming behind him. It looks like the 48, the 19 of Sears already getting loose on the inside line. Painter's washing up in that 49 car, and the 19 of Sears, look at this. 2 separate incidents. Let's run this one back here. It looks like the 49 of Painter tries to wash up to avoid the 19 of Sears, and this all starts with Tom Sears, your stage 1 winner. Keep your eye on the 19. It looks like right there the 19 just brushed off the yellow line. Comes back down trying to catch himself off that yellow line. There's Wansing in the 9 who just barely avoids him. You'll see Dustin Painter in the 49 just tap the 20 of Honeybrink. The 49 trying to avoid the 20. The 19 into the 48. They get into the wall. The 30 of Dan Roberts is going to get a piece of this as well. He successfully avoids the 28. He won't avoid the 20 of John Honeybrink. 5 cars in all involved in that accident. And hopefully these drivers have not used their fast repairs yet. You can see the 30 of Roberts coming to a very slow and dignified crawl on the back straight. That could be his race over with. But we're going to stack them, rack them, and get one more chance at a green-white checker. 3 attempts maximum. This will be attempt number 2 out of 3. Let's see if we can bother our race leader, Jeremy Brio, and see how he fancies his chances to win. Jeremy Brio, Rick James in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Jeremy, you won round number 1 in dominating fashion. Here you are at the end of stage 3. You've got victory in one hand already. What will it take to hold off these Pennell cousins at their home track?
Well, not wreck, number 1. Number 2, hopefully they don't get together and push each other. And number 3, don't wreck. I think that's the key.
Enough said in the chat earlier today saying that the draft is necessary. The draft is key. How do you defend against that draft when you know the 12 and the 28 will be working against you?
I mean, the best I can do is just probably ride the brake a little bit, just stay on their bumper when they're behind me. But they're pretty smart guys. They know how to do this. They've done this for a while. So I can just imagine that they're probably going to build a run on me at some point, and I'm just going to be too worried about another lane or something, and they're going to get around me. I have zero confidence that I'm going to win this race.
Coming to 1 lap to go and then green next time by. And the most important question of all that fans have to know, Jeremy, what is your favorite gas station snack?
I got to go with chili dogs.
Chili dogs, all right. Now, the frozen ones are the ones that you get on the roller.
Oh, the roller. You can't go frozen.
Roller chili dogs. You know that's 2 for roller snacks today. Maybe that's a popular thing. Anyway, Jeremy, best of luck, and hopefully we see you in victory lane.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Round 1 winner in that number 74, trying to take home the all-star win. Enough said, saying stupid blocks are okay now. He's not happy with the blocking that went on to bring out that most recent caution, but hopefully we can survive another 6 miles. This will be the 2nd out of 3 green, white, checkered attempts. We are ad-free for the next 11 minutes, 50 seconds. We will stay ad-free through the end of the show, no matter what. The 15 of Sam Roberts trying to get caught back up to this field. We will go green next time by for the final 6 miles in the All-Star. Brio to the inside, Cody Pennell to the outside. Ryan Pennell to the outside, excuse me. Ryan Pennell in that black and yellow ARCS Ford. He will be starting in the second position on the outside lane. His cousin Cody Pennell starting in the third position. David Hawk rolling off fourth. Stephen Downton starting fifth. And take a look at this. You've got 6 Fords in the top 7 positions with Jeremy Brio, the only bow tie. Will he have to fend for himself? Will the Pennell cousins get together? 6 more miles in the All-Star. iRacing dollars or a PlanBSales.com diecast on the line for the winner. Waiting for that special green signal. It's in the air. We're racing green, white, checkered in the All-Star Open. Brio leading, Pennell sitting behind him. Alex Simkowski sitting in the third spot. Ryan Pennell in fourth. Dayton's Terry Gabbard, the All-Star Open winner, makes it into the top 5 for the first time tonight. Into turn number 3. The 28 of Cody Pennell from Chelmsford, Massachusetts, looking to get a win at his home track. Behind the 74 of Brio, he's got Simkowski behind him. White flag in the air. It's a race to the end now. Brio leads. 3 miles to go. There goes Simkowski to the outside. That was Gabbard in the 29. Simkowski peeking to the outside. Ryan Pennell behind him in the 12. Cars behind him. Will they stay together? Sam Roberts losing control of his race car in that Wrangler Ford. Back to the front. Brio leads. Cody Pennell in second. Simkowski in third. They're going to get one more run to the end. 1.5 miles remain. Here comes Ryan Pennell to the outside. Big touch from Simkowski in the 99. Simkowski down on the apron trying to save the race car. Ryan Pennell slots into third. Pennell goes high. Gabbard follows him. There's Dustin Painter in the 49 to the outside of Gabbard. Brio leading out of turn number 4. Coming to the line. There's Pennell to the inside. Brio throws the block. And at the line, it's going to be a photo finish to the line. It's going to be Ryan Pennell who wins the ARCS All-Star in an exciting photo finish. Have you ever? What a finish. What a finish. Ryan Pennell in the number 12 ARCS Ford gets the All-Star win in a thrilling photo finish. Alex Simkowski ruining the moment at the end, but Ryan Pennell still the victor. Unbelievably well done, and he'll throw some donuts in celebration. What a thrilling, spectacular moment at the end. Fans at home, sit tight. We're going to have top 3 interviews in just a moment. Fantastic, fantastic finish. On the podium for top 3 interviews, unbelievable finish. Let's start with Cody Pennell, who came home third. Cody, you drove that 28 car so very well at the end. Did you have anything at all for the 74 car coming out of 4?
Get a huge run on him, but if I could just get to his quarter panel and pack a little air there, that I'd have a chance at him at the line. But what I didn't anticipate was Ryan having an even bigger run and us going 3 wide there. But man, what an awesome finish. It was just fun to be a part of this.
Thrilling end at the thrilling end coming to that final lap, and then the 3 wide finish at the end. You had a shot coming to the very, very end, and it looks like you had Brio. Did you have anything left in the tank for that win?
Man, I give it everything I had. I knew that second to last restart, I was on the outside and I didn't really have a great chance at it. And then we got to go again and I was on the inside, and I knew that if I was ever going to make a move, that was going to be the time to do it. So, yeah, like I said, just had a blast running this and appreciative of all the guys that put this on and especially to you for broadcasting it.
Thank you, Cody. Congratulations on that third. Jeremy Brio, you won a race this season already. You were pipped to win right at that white flag moment. Did you have any indication that that 12 car was going to make the move for the win coming out of 4?
And I didn't think Ryan was going to do it. I thought Cody was going to do it. But man, he just had a hell of a run. I don't know where he came from, but he just dove it in there, and I tried to door slam him at the line, but he still got me. So he must have had a hell of a run from back there.
Unbelievable run, and hopefully you take some of that good mojo with you next week in iRacing. And speaking of Ryan Pennell, Chelmsford, Massachusetts' very own. Ryan, we talked about you getting a win at your home track, and here you are winning the ARCS All-Star race. What a finish. Did you think you had any shot at winning when the white flag came out?
Honestly, not really. I knew Cody and Jeremy were in a good spot, and I knew Stitch was in a good spot, and I just got a really good run on the back straightaway. I went up high on Stitch, and I'm still trying to look. I don't know if I came down on Stitch. If I did, I apologize. But, we're no points on the line. I would have raced that a whole lot different if it was a points race. And then coming off 4, I saw Cody kind of make a move to the outside, and I knew Jeremy was going to try and block him, so I just stayed in it and stayed on the bottom. And luckily, that 29 DP he helped push me down there on the bottom. And man, I just barely got him. But man, that's my first iRacing win, so I'm pretty excited. I've been putting in a lot of work, a lot of hours to try and run with the likes of Jeremy and Cody, and to finish 3 wide with them at the line, man, that's really cool to me, and it's a special moment for sure.
A special moment, a thrilling victory, just fantastic running at the end, and you, my friend, have won yourself some special prizes. What a night, and go ahead and celebrate, Ryan. Thrilling photo finish win.
Thank you, sir.
Fans at home, what a way to end All-Star Night. You couldn't ask for anything better. A 3 wide photo finish at the end, and Ryan Pennell on top of his rivals when the iRacing dust settles. That's going to do it for everyone here tonight. For Jeremy Brio, Cody Pennell, and Ryan Pennell, I'm Rick James, bringing you yet another ARCS event. Check us out at arcsracing.com for more information on scheduling and how you too can be a part of ARCS. That's racearcs, all one word, .com. Fans, thank you once again for another race. Everybody, please take care of each other. Stay safe.